Hi everyone, Ryan here. Hope that you are well. Welcome to this presentation, this special presentation just for Madge's chat show. We're going to get started any minute now. I just need to check that all of the technology is working as it is supposed to. I do hope it is. Please let me know if you're on with me live. Let me know in the comments. Let me know, please, that you can hear me and see me as you are supposed to, because for any of you that were with me last week when we tried this before, it didn't quite go as planned, to say the least. Didn't quite go as planned. Had a complete shutdown of our broadband. It was down for hours. And it happened mid-presentation. So, that was good. Yay, Virgin. So if you are with me, please just let me know. If someone can let me know in the comments that you can see me and you can hear me and you can see my slides and all those good things, then that would be wonderful. And we're going to get started in just a moment. We're going to be talking today about ending 2020 strong. I have got 6 free ways that you can grow your business. I know that money might be a bit tight right now for many of you because you've been closed for so long. So how about some free ways to grow your business? Does that sound like that might be something that might be of benefit to you? Not only to end 2020 strong, but to make sure 2021 is the best year ever as well. So we're going to dive straight in. Look, if you know you've got your friends who are in this group that may or may not know that I'm on live right now and you think they would benefit from this, please tag them in the comments. Let's get a few people on live with us. Let's get this show started and make sure we can make this as beneficial for everyone as we can. I want to be really respectful of your time today, and I want to try and cram as much in as I can, because as usual, any of you that know me, I've got quite a lot to say on this topic, and I don't know if you know me or if you don't, but anyway, I've got a few things I want to say about it. So I am Ryan Power. I'm a beauty business success coach, author, speaker, all-round marketing geek, and proud of it. And I get my kicks from helping salon owners to grow their business, make more money, enjoy more time off, live the life of their dreams, even in times of global pandemic, because there are people in our community who have had the best year they've ever had this year. We had someone who during lockdown had the best month they've ever had. So it is possible. It's all about the ideas that you employ into your business, and it's all about taking action, right? So thanks everyone who said hello. Hi Samantha, hi Anita, hi Veronica, hi Nina. Thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate that. This is me. Hello. I'm Ryan Power. I'm also a Amazon #1 best-selling author. Here's my book. I'm going to tell you how you can get a copy of this if you hang with me later. It's a real book. Nearly 100 5-star Google reviews. Can't be wrong. And stay with me, because I'm going to give you a chance to get that book for nothing at the end of the show. I'm also the podcast host for the Salonology show, which I host with my wife, Holly. She's the other half of Salonology. We're a husband and wife team. In fact, we've just interviewed group favorite and group legend and all-round industry icon, Millie Kendall, for our podcast. And that comes out on Monday. So if podcasts are your thing, then I thoroughly recommend that you have a little listen to that. Holly and I also were very, very privileged and proud to win the Family Business Entrepreneur of the Year award this year at the Great British Entrepreneur Awards. And many of you will be familiar with our community, Salonology Superstars, which much like this community, Madge's chat show, we very much try and separate the wheat from the chaff, and we're very, very much a place of positivity only. In fact, Holly and I go live every day in lockdown on that. So look, who is this training today for? This is for business owners who are in the hair or the beauty industry. It's for people who want to grow their business and people who want to come back stronger than ever post C19. And it's for people who want to live their best life. Their best life. Isn't that such a good aspiration to have, right? Wanting to live your best life. And it depends, by the way, your best life looks different for everyone, okay? It looks different for everyone. I want you to live your version of your best life, whatever that looks like. For some people, their best life might be driving a Ferrari, but for other people, it's being able to finish work at 2:30 so they can go and pick up the kids from school. What does your best life look like? I want to try and help you get there. This is Holly and I living our best life when international air travel was a thing. This was us on my birthday a couple of years ago, renewing our wedding vows in Las Vegas. We like nothing more than running around the adult playground that is Las Vegas, acting like giant children. That is what really lights us up. That is what makes us happy. That's why we do all of this, so that we can live our best life. I want your best life for you as well. So enough of the to-do. Let's dive in. Jane says, I do. Let's do this. Let's do it, Laura. I'm ready, Laura. So let's go. Ending 2020 strong, 6 free ways to grow your business. Let's go. And for those of you who don't know us, by the way, Holly, my wife, and myself, I'll let you work out which is which. It's just important to know that we are salon owners just like you, okay? Everything I'm going to talk about today has been tried and tested in our salon. We actually owned a day spa and salon for more than a decade. We actually sold it in January this year so that we could concentrate on new ventures. We were running both businesses concurrently, and at that point we really wanted to concentrate on the Salonology brand. So we sold that, but it's important that I tell you this because I want you to understand that I get it, right? I do understand what you're going through. I do know what it's like to have a beauty business, as I say, and we own a day spa as well. But it wasn't all glitter and rainbows. Oh no, we were burgled. We had 3 clients try and sue us. We launched a nationwide mobile beauty business, which failed miserably and cost us tens of thousands of pounds. We had 3 other spas who basically offered exactly what we did, open within a 200-meter radius of our front door. We were betrayed by our first ever employee and never spoke with them since. So it wasn't all good. But by the same token, in that 10 years of ownership, we multiplied our income by 25 times. The income, the entire takings that we took in our first year, by the end, we were doing that every 2 weeks. We extended the premises 3 times. We employed more than 50 staff. We won multiple awards. We were featured on Channel 4, BBC 3, the Daily Mirror. We had a spread in Pro Beauty. And most importantly, we had a business that delivered both profits and freedom. Okay, profit and freedom. I never used to go into the salon and spa. I used to run the marketing from home. Holly used to go in 2 days a week, and she didn't even have to do that, because we had a management team in place who did all of this. Plus, it still made enough money to deliver a profit for us as well. And then we sold it earlier this year for multiple 6 figures, okay? And the reason I'm telling you this is not to impress you, but rather, if we can do it, you can, because neither of us had any industry experience when we started. Even on day 1, when we opened it, Holly was not beauty qualified. She could not deliver any treatments. We had to employ people right from the start. It probably doesn't surprise you to learn that I certainly don't have any beauty treatments. You would not want me giving you a massage, I promise you, okay? So the reason I tell you that is because if we can do it, then you can do it. And the thing that we were very, 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 very good at was marketing, okay? We were very good at marketing. We both had sales and marketing background. backgrounds. But the good news is the skills are completely transferable, okay? And they are learnable skills. If you can learn to drive a car, you can learn to market your business. And the sad reality of it is actually the busiest and most profitable salon is not necessarily the best one, the one that does the best treatments. Not true. Often it's the one that markets themselves the best, okay? And I know that might upset some of you, but that's the point, right? That is just the truth. That is a cold, hard fact of life, okay? If you are the best salon in the world, you deliver the best treatments in the world, and nobody knows you're there, no one knows about you, then you're going to have skinny children, I'm afraid, okay? So this is why I want to tell you that, okay? It wasn't always like that, I've got to say, right? It took us a fair number of years to get where we were, right? It wasn't day one, open up, wow, mega success. We tried lots of things, lots of it didn't work, okay? Which actually, as it's turned out, is a blessing for us, because now we can share all these experiences with you. But very much it wasn't always like that. We tried lots and lots of things. We got lots of things wrong. It was lots and lots of trial and error until we went to a conference, which was in this hotel that you see here. This is the Royal Garden Hotel. It's in Kensington in London. And one of the speakers that we saw at the event said 3 words which changed everything for us. And those 3 words were success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. You don't have to figure it all out for yourself. This was what we thought we had to do. We thought we had to figure it all out. We thought we had to go from scratch, right from day one, try and work out everything and how it was going to work. But we didn't, okay? That was the hard way of doing it, trying to work it out yourself. And it took us over 5 years, and it cost us tens of thousands of pounds in mistakes, getting it wrong and trying to correct our course. Whereas, of course, we didn't need that, right? So if you've been struggling, then this could well be the reason why, right? You don't need trial and error. You need a roadmap, okay? That's more of a treasure map than a roadmap. I need to shoot whoever. Where's my PA? Shoot them, right? So I'm going to try and give you some of that today. Tried and tested things that you can do in your business right now that are going to get you more customers. Are you excited for this? Comment, please. Let me know you're with me. Give me something. Let me know you're excited for that. Hi, Nadine. Hi, Anita. Hi, Laura. Someone asked, where are you? We're based in Bournemouth on the sunny south coast. So let's get going, okay? There are 3 and only 3 ways to grow a business. If you've been in our world for any amount of time, then you will have heard me talking about this before. However, if you are new to our world, then this is about to blow your brains. So I thoroughly suggest you grab a pen and a bit of paper. There's only 3 ways to grow a business. And here's the thing, are you focusing on the wrong one? Because most people are focusing on the wrong one and putting all their energy and efforts into the wrong place. I know that we did this, right? It costs us tens of thousands of pounds. I don't want you wasting your hard-earned money now, especially more than ever, okay? So 3 ways to grow your business. Number 1 is you increase the number of clients you serve. That's obvious, isn't it? If you've got 100 clients that you deal with at the moment and you double that and have 200 clients, then zippity-doo-dah, you've doubled your business. Wonderful, okay? Not that easy to do, okay? Not that easy to do, but that is number 1. That's the one that everyone tries to do, okay? Have a look in the diaries, don't you? How's your diary looking for next week? It's looking a bit sparse. I know, I'll run an ad, get some new customers in, right? Who's ever done that before? Yeah, of course, it happens all the time. It's not the smartest strategy though. And I'm going to prove that to you right now. Number 2, I'll be consistent and use that hand. The second way, okay, the second way to grow your business is to increase the frequency with which people visit you. Think about this. If your customers at the moment, on average, are coming to see you once every 6 months, and you manage to get them coming to see you once every 3 months, you're going to double your business. Just let that sink in a minute, okay? You're going to double your business in terms of your turnover, okay? With 0 extra customers. Now, do you think it would be easier to get your existing customers to come back a bit more regularly than it would to get some new people who have never heard of you? That's a rhetorical question. You can answer that to yourself. There's a third way, okay? The third way is increase the transaction value per visit. What does that mean? It means your clients that are currently spending £30 every time they come and see you, if you can have them spending 60 instead of 30, even if they still only come with the same frequency and you don't have any more customers, you're going to double your business in terms of the turnover. Again, don't you think that would be easier to achieve than getting this whole coach loads of new people from somewhere? It would be much easier, right? And that's it. They are the only three ways, right? Every single way you can think of growing your business falls into one of those three categories. So doubling any one of those would double your business, okay? So if you doubled what people spend, you would double your business. If you doubled the frequency with which they visit, you double your business. If you doubled how many people you serve, you're going to double your business. Okay, I would hope that would be obvious for everyone. But I ask you this, which of those three are you putting the most effort into? Because if you're being honest with yourself, I would say there's a fair chance that it would be getting more customers, because that's what almost everyone does, okay? Most business owners are focusing on getting more customers, getting more customers, getting more customers, okay? But here's the thing, guys. It costs 6 times as much to attract a new client as it does to get one to return. If you are taking notes, you will want to write that down, because that, quite frankly, is an eye-watering statistic. 6 times as much to get a new client as it is to get one to return. Getting your current clients to return more regularly and spend more money when they are with you is so much easier. So much easier. And I really hope there's a few ding, 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 ding light bulb moments going off here, because when the penny drops here, this can change your business entirely. And it's not surprising, because these people know you, they like you, and they trust you. And in many instances, they love you. Okay? Think about it. You instantly get that recognition, don't you? When it's a business who's already in your world and you see one of their posts, you're already alerted to it. Whereas if it's someone you've never heard of, you just keep on scrolling. It's estimated that it takes 20 touch points with a business before we're comfortable in today's world of taking the plunge and using them. That's a lot of ad spend if you're going to pay for other people to see 20 communications between them before they'll even give you a sniff. It didn't always used to be like that. It used to be easier. Not the case anymore, okay? This is why it's so important to focus on those people who already know you, like you, trust you. In many instances, they love you. But also, what would happen if we grew each of those three elements? Because we said there, kind of joking, right? If you doubled the number of people you serve, you double your business, all right? If you double the frequency with which they visit, you double it. And if you double the amount of spend, fine. Actually, it would be quite difficult to double any of those things unless you had a huge budget, right? Very, very difficult to do. But would you agree that just adding a third, that would be a lot more achievable, wouldn't it? If you currently look after 100 clients, to look after 133 is a lot more manageable, right? Or if people are on average coming to see you every 4 months, if you can get them to come and see you every 3 months, that would be a lot more manageable. And likewise, if you can get people to just spend an extra third, again, it's going to be much more manageable, from £30 to £40. That would grow your business by 236% if you did that. I know, it's crazy, right? That is the maths for you. If you could just increase the number of clients by a third, increase the frequency with which they come to you by a third, and increase the average spend by a third, all else the same, you would more than double your business. You would have growth of 236%, okay, in terms of your revenue. Sound interesting? I hope that's made your ears prick up, because as a business owner, that excites me, and it should excite you too. That might even make up for months of being closed, mightn't it? Because in theory, you could make the same amount of money in 6 months. Doubling your business. Wow. And of course, you don't have to double it, but I hope you're getting the point I'm trying to make, which is if you're continually focusing on getting just new clients and you're only focusing on that, then you're missing a trick. Okay. And if you're thinking, oh, this won't work for me, marketing is difficult, Ryan, it's so difficult, it's so expensive, or maybe you just don't know where to start because all of this type of thing confuses you. Well, with that in mind, my friends, 6 ways to grow your business today for free or as good as free. If you are excited about this, you've got to let me know. Put yes in the comments. Please let me know you're with me and you're excited for this, because I hope you are. 6 things that you can go and do tomorrow, right? You can get started tonight if you want. Do it tomorrow. I'll give you tonight to think about it, okay? They are going to cost you diddly squat to put in place in your business. And we're going to look at growing each of the 3 areas that we have just highlighted. If you only did one of these 6 things, it would have a massive impact on your business. Imagine what would happen if you did all of them, okay? Rachel's with me, Catriona's with me, Anita's with me. Good, 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 good. This is good to hear. Let's get started. Get your pen and paper. Okay, let's begin with 2 ways that you can increase the number of your clients. So we're going to look at increasing your clients, increasing your average spend, increasing the frequency with which you visit. That's it. They're the only 3 ways you can grow a business, okay? Let's get started. Number 1, climbing Google with Google My Business, okay? What does everyone do when you're looking for something? If your car breaks down on the way home, right, you blow out your tire, where do you go? Google, okay? Google is pretty much the answer for everything, isn't it? Whatever you're looking for, the answer is typically Google. For your clients, it's the same. And yet, for some bonkers reason, many businesses don't have their profile listing optimized with Google My Business, which is a grave mistake, people, a grave mistake, okay? So let's have a look at why this works so well, right? Who doesn't use Google when searching, right? Hardly anyone. How many people use Bing? Right? No one, just no one, right? They've got a monopoly, haven't they? And this is simpler than you might think, by the way, if you are being proactive about it. You certainly do not need to pay an SEO company hundreds of pounds every month to rank higher, okay? I mean, you might want to, but there's some really simple stuff that you can do for free, which is going to help you no end. Imagine what just 1 new client per week could be worth to you over the course of a year, okay? Even if just 1 extra person found you on Google because of doing this stuff, imagine what that would be worth. That's 50 clients a year. And some of those are going to become long-term clients and repeat clients and bring their friends. So this is really worth having a look at, okay? So how do you do it? Okay, to start with, you've got to go and claim your Google My Business listing, okay? If you don't know whether or not you've done that, if you just Google yourself, as in your business name, then you will see on the right-hand side, if it says claim this business, ? It means you've not claimed it. And I recommend you do, because if you don't, someone else can claim it on your behalf. So make sure you do that. I am always surprised by how many people and how many businesses have not been claimed on Google My Business. It is a massive mistake, okay? So make sure you've got yours claimed. Make sure then that all the sections of your profile are completed. Again, this is an area where lots of people go wrong. Most people, they fill in the very basic details, such as opening times and like address, and that's about it. Again, that's a mistake. You want to be adding as much information as you possibly can into your listing. You want to make sure you add all of your treatments. You want to make sure you add all of the descriptions. You want to make sure that you add all of your treatment lists and everything else. And the reason why you want to make sure you do that is because the Google little robots, or spiders as they're called, that crawl over all of the listings, they read all of it. And the more information you give, then the better overall picture that Google has of understanding you, who you serve, and what you do. So then when those people are searching for stuff, it's more likely that Google are going to see you as a possible fit, and therefore they're going to put you higher up the rankings. One of the things that everyone forgets is that Google's customers are the person doing the searching, not the businesses. Even though the businesses are the ones paying, Google as a search engine needs to appease the people doing the searching. It wants to make sure that the search results that it dishes up are the most appropriate. So to give itself the greatest chance of making sure it's got a good match, you need to make sure you're telling it who you are, what you do, who you serve. And you can do that by making sure everything is filled out. Likewise, you want to make sure you get as many reviews as you can. And again, surprise, Google is reading every single word on those reviews. Why is that important? I'll tell you. Because if someone puts a review up saying, I had a wonderful Elemis facial at XYZ Spa, for example, when someone types Elemis facial into the search bar, ding, 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 there's a match there, isn't there? So the more reviews that you get, not only do they naturally push you up the listings anyway, but also what's being said is also really, really important as well, okay? Plus, every single time you get a review, that's one of the easiest ways that you can get yourself bumped up the rankings. You want to aim for 100, okay? You also want to aim for 100 or more photos in your listing. Now, again, this is a massive ninja tip for my ninja fans out there. This is, again, an area where you can massively obliterate your competition. This is something that hardly anybody does. And most people, when they add their photos, they add it straight off their phone or their computer, and the name of the file is like IMOG1389 or something. Mistake. Why is that a mistake? Because Google is reading that file name. So again, you want to upload it as something like Elemis Spa Facial Bath, for example, because then again, the spiders and the robots, they're crawling over all this information and they're helping it to decide where you're going to come in the rankings. The more information you can give Google, the more likely you are to show up. If it can't work out who you are or what you're doing, you're not going to rank anywhere, okay? So make sure you get 100 plus photos on your Google My Business listing. And for all the new ones you add, make sure that the file name is something which is suited to the picture, but also you and what you do. I also recommend that you update your page weekly with posts and with news. It's got like a sort of built-in, almost mini social media type platform within it, Google My Business now. And whilst I'm not recommending you post multiple times a day like you would on Facebook or Instagram, you do want to keep it ticking over. It's important that you are letting Google know that you are there and ready to accept business, because if it thinks you might be closed, guess what? You're going to be pushed right down the rankings. Again, give yourself a chance to be seen. Make sure you're updating your page, okay? And lastly, one bit that's not free is you could even consider running Google pay-per-click adverts to force you up the top, right? Again, there's an awful lot of Google keywords that have very, very little competition because a lot of people are not running Google ads. That, however, is a conversation for another day. Okay. How was that, right? That was number 1 of 6. Number 1. Right, the next way you can get new customers is going live on Facebook, okay? Here's why this works so well. Facebook have allowed you to create, for free, okay, your own media channel. I mean, what? Can you remember? It wasn't that long ago in the UK when there were only 4 TV channels, right? Now, anyone can have their own channel for free. I mean, how cool is that? Do you want your own channel for free? I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. Not only can you have your own free channel, but Facebook will send to you oodles and oodles of your dream client. And yet hardly anyone optimizes this, right? The watch figures for Google Live last year quadrupled. That's a massive, massive growth. Live videos get 6 times the interaction, 10 times the comments. 6 times the interaction, 10 times the comment. And guess what? Everyone's terrified of them. Everyone's terrified. That means that your competition are terrified, which means that they're probably not going to do it, which means that this is a real opportunity for you to go in and you can make the most of it, okay? Viewers watch live videos for an average of 3 times longer. These stats are ridiculous, okay? This is the future of media. There is no doubt about that. So you might as well get comfortable with it as soon as possible. And probably the greatest benefit of Facebook Live is that you can create incredibly deep bonds with people. Every time they watch one of your videos, they're going to feel a little bit closer to you. There's lots of people that are going to be watching this video right now who never heard of me before. And maybe half an hour ago, you'd never heard of who I am. Now, I'm hopeful that you and I have come a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And that's because it's live. Hello, Mum, right? So this is what's going to happen every time you do it. Nina says, I did my first live last Saturday. It went down a storm. Well done, Nina. Thank you, Melanie. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So how do you do it? You want to focus on building relationships and not selling, okay? Prime case in point, just so you know, I practice what I preach, okay? I'm here giving you value. I'm giving you some of my best stuff, right? I want to make sure, give you things that you can go away, put into place in your business and get a result from it, okay? Because I'm in it for the long game. You should be as well. I'm not standing up here saying, oh, you want to come and sign up to some of my courses, right? Because that doesn't make sense to do that, okay? It makes sense to build a relationship, and you should be doing the same with your clients. In an ideal world, I would recommend that you try and show up at a regular time, right? Treat it like a TV show. You are ultimately a media channel, so why not treat it like a media TV show rather? So for example, if you imagine EastEnders, they don't change the time of EastEnders every week, do they? It's not on like Tuesday morning one week and then Wednesday afternoon the next week. It's on at the same times on the same day over and over and over and over and over again, okay? You want to focus and do the same for you. I would always recommend that you just talk about one subject per video. One subject per video. If you've got 2 things you want to say, split it up, record 2 videos, you've got double the content. By only talking about one subject per video, it's going to make it much, much easier for your clients to understand. It's going to mean you get much less likely to get sidetracked. It means you're much less likely to go off waffling on a tangent, okay? So one subject per video. And please, don't be afraid of being the real you. You must embrace it, okay? People buy people. Again, if you've been in our world any amount of time, you've heard me say that a million times. People buy people. They don't buy brands. They don't buy businesses. They buy people, especially when we're talking about local businesses, of which I would imagine the vast majority of people watching this back are going to be local business owners. The local business owner who hides behind their brand and doesn't want to be seen on camera is missing a trick, and they are leaving a lot of money on the table, as they say. The one who will succeed is the one that gets in front of the camera and understands that the viewer buying them as an individual first and building a relationship with them, that leads to the long-term success. That leads to the sales down the road, because people then have already come to know you, like you, and trust you. And you'll remember we had a slide about that right at the start, didn't we? This is why it's easier to get people to spend more than get someone new, because they like you, they know you, and they trust you. And video is a brilliant way to do it. Could you do like an online festive retail event, for example, right? Get some of your products sold, get some of your festive packages sold. Maybe you could ask people to tag their friends and share the video so that you reach a new audience. Facebook are on your side. They've told us, haven't they, that they love live video. They've made it very, very clear. And they've made it clear because you can see if you do one live and one not live, they show the live to loads more people. And if that isn't a statement of intent, then I don't know what is. At the end of the day, Facebook are very much at war with YouTube, right? YouTube, which is owned by Google. Why are they at war with them? They both want to be the #1 website in the world. They want your eyes on their platform. they are in competition because they are both video platforms, okay? So Facebook want you to be promoting on there. They want you to be publishing on there. So they're going to reward you. And how they're going to reward you? They're going to reward you by showing your video to more people. Some of those people will be new people. Some of those new people will be an opportunity for you to build a relationship, and maybe someday down the road, they'll buy something from you, okay? Just like we're doing right now. Just like we're doing right now, okay? And the fortune, my friends, is in the follow-up, okay? The sales are not made on the call. The sales are made as a result of the relationships you build, okay? Relationships are everything in business, particularly when you've got a local business, okay? The fortune is in the follow-up. It's after the video is done that you will make the sales, not during the video, okay? Get minor commitments from people, follow up with them, take the conversation off the video stream and over into Messenger or to email, where you can have a conversation and find out what their needs, desires, and wants are, and see how you can help them with it, okay? How easy is that, right? Okay, they were the two ways with which you can get more customers. Is this good stuff? Are we doing all right here? I hope you're enjoying this. I do need a bit of water though. This is my 4th live today. Today has been a crazy day. Crazy day. So I need a bit of water. I'm starting to lose my voice otherwise. All right. Catherine's enjoying it. Glad you're enjoying it. Thanks, Laura. Okay, brilliant. All right. Okay, I just like to know that we're on the right, we're on the right lines, Okay, so that's how you get more customers. They're the ones that everyone's doing, right? I want to look now at 2 ways that you can increase the frequency of visit, because as we've said, frequency of visit is something which most business owners don't concentrate on, okay? And that's a mistake, because this is a really, really simple hunting ground for you. The people that know you, like you, trust you, love you, they are the low-hanging fruit. Never has it been more important to go after those people first than right now, especially when at the moment there's lots of people that are scared. There's lots of uncertainty, right? The media is making it difficult for people, okay? Everyone's terrified to leave their houses. That makes it even harder to attract new people. But what about those people that know you, like you, trust you, and love you? Right. Well, they might still come and see you, mightn't they? So they're the low-hanging fruit. They're the ones that we've got to be concentrating on. So let's see about how we can get them in a bit more regularly, okay? The first one should be so blindingly obvious to you, and yet again, it's something that so few people get right. You've got to be in contact with your clients way more often than you probably are at the moment. Everyone thinks, oh my God, I'm going to annoy them. They're going to get so angry with me. It just doesn't work like that, okay? People aren't going to see all of your posts. They aren't going to read all of your emails, okay? They're not going to have a meltdown and hate you because you've emailed them a bit more regularly than you used to do, all right? Most business page posts are seen by only 5% of their followers. That means 95% of people, every time that you put a post up, aren't going to see it. Let alone read it. They're not even going to see it. It doesn't even appear in their newsfeed. So in order to make sure that the right people are seeing what you're putting out there, you've got to increase that frequency a little bit, right? Just to give them half a chance. Not only that, but people are typically very busy and very, very easily distracted. The world is set up now to distract you. Have you noticed that? Everything is set up to distract you. Concentration is something that people are so bad at in the modern era. And therefore, they might be halfway through post and then, something else has happened. And where was I? Don't know, right? So very, very easily distracted. Check out this borderline horrific statistic. The average person sees 6,000 to 10,000 adverts every single day. So don't be surprised if they miss your post. All right. And then I hear people saying things to me like, I don't want to post more than once a day on Facebook in case I irritate people. Right? They're not going to notice. They are not going to notice, right? because they're getting hit for 6,000 to 10,000 adverts now, right? All on the scroll. I read a stat the other day saying the average person scrolls the length of the Empire State Building. That's ridiculous and actually horrifying, okay? If you imagine, they're on buses, they're in magazines, they're in newspapers. Adverts are everywhere, okay? Everywhere. So don't think that people are going to be concentrating on your one post or advert, right? Because they're not going to be. This has never been more important than right now, okay? Why? Because when you increase the frequency with your clients to show them that you are reaching out from a place of caring, from a place of love, it's not, oh, hello, Mrs. Smith, I'm trying to sell you something. It's, hello, Mrs. Smith, how are you right now? Right? Slightly different approach, okay? You've got to show your clients that you care about them and that you understand them. If you were to make a resolution for 2021, showing your clients that you understand them and that you care for them would not be the worst one that you could make, okay? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I suggest you write that down, okay? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Write that down. Here's how we do it. To start with, you want to be contacting people by different means. Give yourself every chance of keeping in touch with people, okay? Don't just use the one medium all of the time. I always aim for a sweet spot of at least one email a week. We found 2 was the sweet spot. It's a funny story, actually. I remember going to a conference and they were talking about frequency of email sending. And at this point, we were sending like a newsletter email once a month. And then we were challenged to do it much more regularly. So we thought, all right, well, we will. So we did. And we started sending 2 a month, right? What happened? We sold more. Oh, okay. What happens if we go to 1 a week? What happens? We sold more. All right. What happens if we do 2 a week? We sold more. 3 a week? We sold more. The more we sell, the more that we sold. And we weren't selling anything in the email, but rather we were having those touch points with the clients, and it meant whenever they wanted to do something, we were front of mind. They were thinking about us first. Now, I know the idea of sending 3 emails a week to many, many of you will absolutely horrify you, which is why I'm suggesting that maybe you go for 1 a week, all right? But if you only do 1 a month, half the people won't open it, half of them won't read it, some won't be delivered. So therefore, you're then only touching base with these people maybe once every 8 weeks. And that is just not enough, especially if you're trying to get them to come and see you every 4 weeks. Then you can't just contact them 1 every 8, can you? That's ridiculous. You want to be aiming to post at least twice daily on your social media. Again, we found 3 was the sweet spot, but aim for at least twice. I don't care if you like Facebook or Instagram or whatever it might be, TikTok, right? Whatever works for you, do that. I would recommend that you use the platform where your audience are. I would recommend that you find one that you love and concentrate most of your efforts on that. Don't spread yourself too thin, okay? Because it just becomes a massive pain and a headache trying to sort it all. And actually, if you've got like 50 fans on Instagram and you're posting 6 times a day like this, that is an awful use of your energy, quite frankly, because you're putting so much time and effort in, and there's only 50 people that can ever see anything you do anyway, and half of them won't see it. So concentrate your efforts where the people are. I'd recommend using a scheduling tool so that you never forget. Facebook now obviously has a native one, both of Facebook and Instagram. And don't be afraid to reach out to clients you've not heard from in a while. Many of them will be pleased that you called. We actually did a challenge over in our Facebook group in lockdown 1, which was getting people to phone clients. And lots of people were terrified at the prospect of picking up the phone. But actually, what happened was that the recipients were delighted to hear from them. Delighted. Do you reckon your competition are doing that? Phoning people up just to check in with them and see how they are? I don't think so. I haven't had, my car dealership yet phone me up to ask me how I am in lockdown 2.0. The local baker up the road, he's not phoned me once. Okay? Stand out. Be different. Show you care. Show you understand. It will pay you dividends in the long run. Here is a sentence you want to write down and commit to memory. It is our job as business owners to remind people to do business with us. It's not their job to remember, okay? It's our job as business owners to remind people to do business with us. It is not their job to remember. People are busy. We are all so busy. We always often get like, oh, I've sent someone a message, they didn't reply. Oh my God, I've offended them. They didn't reply. You haven't offended them. They were just busy. Life got in the way. Little Jimmy fell over and grazed his knee and there was a tantrum and, you know, it's like World War III in that house. Everyone had a meltdown, right? Life gets in the way. People are busy. Some people need more nudges than others, okay? Some people need more nudges than others, so start nudging a bit more. That is one way that almost everyone can increase their sales in the most simple way, just purely by reaching out a bit more regularly. Next way, the second way that you can get people to come and see you more often is offer limited edition experiences, okay? Here's how this works. Give your clients a reason to keep coming back every month. We did this in our day spa really, really successfully. You want to make the use of FOMO in an ethical way. FOMO is the fear of missing out. We used to run a promotion every month and it was only available for a month. It was a special off-menu treatment. And if you didn't come and do it that month, you could never have it. What happened? People came every month because they knew it was going to be something different. Makes you stand out from your competition. It gives you lots of fresh content as well for your media channels every month. You've always got something new to talk about. You've got to mix things up. Got to keep it interesting. Keeps it interesting for you, keeps it interesting for your team, keeps it interesting for your clients. Here's how you do it. You create a unique package of treatments or products which are available only for 1 month, or you can create a completely new off-menu experience. I promise you, your clients will go bonkers for this, okay? Now, you can limit it by either time or number of treatments or both, okay? What does that mean? So for example, you might say, I'm going to create a new treatment for January for my clients, which is called my New Year, New You Super Facial Skin Booster, right? And it's only available from January the 1st until January the 31st, okay? Someone phones up, can I have it on February the 1st? No. Only available till January the 31st, my friend, okay? All right, I better book in then, hadn't I? Yes, you had. If you want that treatment, you had. You could also say, it's only January 1st to 31st, and we're only doing 20 of them. Only 20, you say? I better book in right away, hadn't I? Yes, you had. 50% deposit. Don't mind if I do. Lovely. Job done. Okay? You've got to install this. You've got to get people motivated to come and see you. You've got to give people a reason to come back more often. And this isn't about discounting, by the way. It's about adding value and creating something special or unique. So creating an off-menu solution that's going to go away next month. You can then go crazy on social media and you can create a real buzz around it every single month. This is one of the things that we talk about in our Salonology Gold Club. We have an oracle and Holly helps put out something like this every month because this is what we did in our business and it was wildly, wildly successful for us every single month. We used to have clients who would just book in whatever the off-menu experience was without even knowing what it was. They would just every month, is it released yet? Book me in, book me in, book me in. These people were coming every 4 weeks when if we were just offering normal massages or whatever, they're not going to do that. They might have come every 8 weeks. Costs us nothing to generate the leads, right? It's increasing frequency of visit, guys. You've got to put more effort into this, right? It's going to take your business up a next level, okay? Is that helpful? Is that useful? Does everyone think they could do that? Because I know that you could, right? Right, last up, we're going to look at 2 ways, and I'll try and speed up because I want to be mindful of your time. We're going to look at 2 ways you can increase the transaction value, right? So we've looked at the way we can get more people in. We've looked at how we can get people coming to see you a bit more regularly. How can we get them spending more money when they're with us? Because again, this is money a lot of the time that's going to be straight in your bottom line, straight in your pocket, okay? Because you've already spent the money to acquire the customer, right? You've already paid effectively for them to come. So how can you increase the transactional value? The first way you can do it with what's called bounce straight back offers. A bounce straight back offer. What the heck is this? These are specific offers for clients which can only be taken immediately after another treatment, and only if your diary has a space. You do not want to be doing these in December, I hope. But under normal trading circumstances, if you have a client that's booked in from 2 till 3 and there's nothing in the diary at 3 o'clock, what happens at 3 o'clock? That's dead money, isn't it? That time goes, you've still got to pay a therapist or pay your own wage, and then that you can never ever get that time back and you can't fill the spot. The point of this is that if it gets to that time and there's nothing there, this person here, it's worth trying to get them to stay for another hour, okay? So you're only offering these when you're free immediately after, and they are not publicized anywhere else, okay? So you don't put these on your website, you don't talk about them on your social media. The only time you talk about them is to the client if there's an immediate space free after their treatment. This is a brilliant way to fill otherwise lost diary space. And also at the same time, you're increasing the average client spend because they're going to stand and have a second treatment when otherwise they might have gone home. And remember, that's dead time otherwise, right? If those slots are filled, you just never mention it to the client, okay? So here's how you do it. You can keep some offers out of usual client site, right? It's a classic under the counter job, okay? And these are only offered when you have immediate space, which would otherwise be wasted white space. And then you incentivize your client to stay for another treatment, right? Or maybe extend their time, maybe try something new. It doesn't matter what it is. But the point is, you're not going to get anyone else in to fill that thing, that slot, right? And your costs are going to be largely the same, whatever happens. So why not do something cool for that client and recoup a bit of money at the same time? Please try and make sure that you've done your sums and that you're still making a profit. We never want to be doing massive giveaways. They're terrible for business. And the key to making this work is that you don't promote or advertise it anywhere else. Or offer if you've already got someone lined up afterwards. These are solely for right there, right then, to fill an immediate diary gap. Sound good? Think you could do that? I think you could. I remember Holly and I went to the States a couple of years ago, and we got offered like 2 or 3 of these in really short succession from other types of business, not beauty businesses, but they obviously had clocked on to the fact that we were stood there in front of them. There was a good chance we were going to buy something else. And actually, a little sales tip for you. The best time to sell something to someone is immediately after they've bought something else, right? They're stood there with their flipping credit card in their hand, feeling great about treatment number 1. Would you like another one, right? A lot of people are going to say yes to that question, if you ask. Okay, the last one, the last of our 6 things, okay, are instant enhancements. Ooh, let's have a look at why these work so well. Now, a great number of people will take additional treatment or service enhancements if only you were to ask them. Oh my God, the amount of money that is left on the table unclaimed by salon owners who simply do not ask for the business, right? That is simple as that. You just do not ask for the business. So by working this strategy into your daily processes, then you'll find lots of people deciding to go ahead. And this is a wonderful way to increase average spend without any additional marketing cost whatsoever. They're already there in front of you. They're already spending with you. They're already going to be doing something else, right? So it's a dead easy one, this really, isn't it? It's also much easier to sell an additional service when the client's in front of you and looking forward to their experience, okay? If only you were to ask, right? All big companies offer additional upsells as they know that a percentage of people will always say yes. So many examples in today's world, right? So ones that are relevant, let's use a couple that are relevant to what's going on in the world right now, i.e. Christmas. WH Smith do it, don't they? You have to say no to the upsell on the cashier list tills, don't you? They always try to flog you like a massive thing of dairy milk for £1 or something. You have to say you don't want it if you don't want it, right? Clinton cards, they're always, do you want sellotape? Do you want sellotape? Oh my God, I've got the bloody stuff coming out my ears, thanks. Right? They love giving you sellotape, don't they? Do you want to buy this sellotape? Buy an extra pen, right? And the staff have to ask. Why can your staff not be trained to ask in the same way? McDonald's, right? Would you like to make that a meal? Because McDonald's know that they don't make any money outside of that, right? They don't make any money from the burger. They make all their money from the fries and the drink. So if you go in there and just order a burger with nothing else, then you're not much use to them, right? But if you upgrade that, the drink costs like 2p or something, and the fries cost like 8p or something. So it works for them. It can work for you. How do you do it? Well, you have a menu ready for the client with a list of additional enhancements which are appropriate to the service. Now, you're going to have to use your own loaf a little bit here to work out what makes sense for you and your business, okay? But for example, maybe you can have premium oils for a massage, additional hair masks, maybe a premium drink afterwards. And the key to making it work is just asking, right? You've got to ask them. And not only ask them, but ask them which they would prefer, not if they like one or not. Massive sales tip right there, okay? Give someone the choice between something and never something and nothing. What a lot of people make the mistake of is they'll say something like, oh, do you want to buy this extra pen or not? Or not. Why would you say or not? Because then the client's going to choose or not, right? Do you want the pen or the mouse? Make them choose between something and something, never something and nothing. Most people, quite simply, do not get the additional sales because they never ask for them, or they don't have a repeatable system in place. As sad as that truly is. We have covered a lot of ground. We've covered a lot of ground there together today. What would happen, guys, if you just implemented just one of those simple ideas? It's not 9. I don't know why it says 9. Simple 6 ideas. Well, I do know why it says 9. There were 9, and I thought I better trim that down, or I'm going to be going on all day. So, what would happen if you implemented all of them? All 6, not 9. All 6. Please remember that success leaves clues. Success leaves clues. You do not have to figure it all out yourself. You just have to follow proven methods, okay? If something works for one, it will work for someone else as well, okay? You can do anything that you want. And if one person can do it, then you can do it, right? If I can do it, then you can do it. I mean, flipping heck, you've got way more experience than I have. You are set up to win way more than I ever was, okay? Look, lastly, by way of thanks, and I will hang around to ask any questions, and I also want to thank Marianne for providing the platform for me to talk to you today. I hope that you found it really helpful. If you would like, I'd be delighted to give you a copy of my book as a thank you for watching. If you would like a copy, then all you've got to do is leave a comment saying, book please, Ryan, and I will fire you a DM, and as long as you pay for the postage and packaging, I will send you a copy out. I'm trying to get to 100 5-star reviews. I don't know if that's obvious. I'm at 90. It's actually 91 now, I think. So I'd love to send some of these out. And if you, it's a proper book. It's a proper book. It's all about growing your business. It's about simple marketing strategies which you can put into place, which are going to help grow your business right now. Okay. So thank you for listening. I'm now happy to take any questions from the presentation. Hopefully you can still see me. Okay, Katrina says, I love your energy. You're welcome, Katrina. Thank you, Tina, for the last comment. Thank you, Gemma. I'm so pleased you've taken some notes. Kirsty, thank you. Gemma, thank you. It looks like people enjoyed it. Excellent, because you never know, right? Because this isn't my platform. You're not my peeps just yet, okay? So I didn't know how it would go. Not everyone likes me jumping around on their screen. You might be surprised to hear. If you've got any questions then about any of that, then feel free to leave a comment, leave my question if you've got one. Everyone that's saying book, please, I will fire you all a DM after we're done here, and I'll send you the link so that you can do it. Tina says you're bonkers, but great. Thank you, Tina. I do appreciate that. I love that. I'll take bonkers. I've been called much, much worse. Kirsty says I've got pages of notes. Excellent. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Laura Jane says I bloody loved it. So I'm so thankful that you found you. You are very welcome. And Anita says, lol, we get used to it. Thanks, Anita. Very, very true. Okay, it looks like we're not going to have too many questions. So in that case, I'm going to wrap up. I'm again going to say a massive thank you to Marianne for letting me come on and present to a wonderful audience. It's great to make some new friends with all of you. If you want to reach out to me, I would love to be able to help it. Debbie asks, can I watch it back? Yes, you can, Debbie. It's all been recorded. This will be available on the page, on this group afterwards. Yeah, absolutely. It will be there. Thank you, Mina, for your kind words. I really appreciate that. I wish you all health, prosperity, and happiness for the rest of 2020 and 2021, okay? Please, I want to say one final thing, okay? You do not have to listen to the doom and gloom merchants, okay? There is a lot of it going on. Thankfully, not very much of it in this particular group, but those are the ones where it's just like bad news, everyone's slagging each other off all the time. You've got to shut off from all of that. It's not helping you or your mental state at all, okay? I promise you, there are plenty of people, even right now in the world, who are doing well and are still a success, okay? You can still be a success even in today's climate, okay? You don't have to buy in to the rhetoric that everything is doom and gloom and that the country is going down the pan, okay? Please remember that, you know, sensationalism sells newspapers and you don't have to believe everything that you see or read, okay? So anyway, look, I just want to say, please keep going. I really, really hope and pray, as I say, for success for you. I hope you have a wonderful festive period. If you want my book, just let me know. It's book, please, Ryan. I'll be delighted to help you. And I hope you have a tremendous evening. And I hope maybe I'll get to see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.